Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is your boy HB Clips, aka Pretty Boy Rain. Today we got a very special video for y'all. So, considering the fact, by the way, I got out of work, that's why I got the shirt on. Do y'all want me to take the shirt off, dude? Nah. Okay, my fault. I thought we had like a little routine going on between me and you feel me? But I guess not. No November is over. I still have not nutted. I mean, technically, I'm still no nutting. I'm still abstaining, to say the least. But we did do a video last month about the benefits and the disadvantages of abstaining from release. So I was scrolling and I saw this very interesting video. Why so many guys think they're ugly now. And I felt like this was a good video to react to, considering this came out 9 days ago. So it came out relatively relatively close to when No November ended. And that's supposed to be people ascending their true form, final form, you feel me? Like Frieza. But layer right into the video, you feel me though. By the way, the name of the channel is Cheats, but spelled with 2 E's and a T. But talk to me, Mr. Cheats. I see you in the gym right now.
About something most people are too scared to say out loud. Looks matter a lot. Not in a shallow Instagram model way,
I feel like
but
we
in
could
a
all
very
agree on this.
real, everyday life way. Your looks affect how people treat you, how confident you feel, the opportunities you get, the first impressions you make, everything. And it feels like
How do y'all feel about this? Not only for the ladies, but for the men. I know there's a lot of people that believe women live life on easy mode because of looks and attraction and how horned out men really be. For example, what the heck is this on my screen? Bro, what? Never mind. For example, OnlyFans and Sophie Rain, like people see that and they automatically say like, women live on easy mode, this isn't fair.
Men are experiencing this more than ever, and instead of pretending that it's what's on the inside that counts, they grew up online watching how much appearance changes the way the world reacts to you. They saw guys blowing up on TikTok just because they looked good. They saw dating apps where the entire game is looks-based, and they saw the difference between being invisible and being noticed. So it makes sense that looks maxing became this massive topic. At first, it was very simple. Basic hygiene, actually getting a decent haircut, drinking water, cleaning up your...
Alright, question. What's the chances he mentions clavicular in this video? I'ma say chances is 9 to 1.
Became this massive topic. At first, it was very simple. Basic hygiene, actually getting a decent haircut, drinking water, cleaning up your skin, getting in shape, just leveling up from bare minimum to presentable. But as more Gen Z men hit adulthood and realized how much looks impact their social life, dating life, and even career confidence, this conversation got bigger, more detailed, more intense. What started as improve yourself a little bit slowly evolved into full-on culture. People comparing routines, sharing transformation pics, studying face structure, optimizing diet, skincare.
Bro. This guy need to chill, bro. Why you got these niggas out here mogging me, bro? Y'all think I'm cute? Y'all think I'm sexy? Can I mog? Is it possible for me to mog, or am I cooked?
Body fat, posture, all of it. It moved from a side topic to an actual community, an identity, and for some people, almost a lifestyle. But now that looks maxing is so mainstream, the conversation has changed.
Oh, I just realized. No way. I just realized, bruh. But look, the clavicular was here, so I was technically right.
An identity, and for some people, almost a lifestyle. But now that looks maxing is so mainstream, the conversation has changed. It's not just about washing your face anymore. Now people are talking about real, tangible methods that can actually change
I didn't know
your
clavicular had a
appearance in
beard.
noticeable
What the
way.
fuck?
First, it was about fitness and diet, then skincare routines, then
I seen
viewing
bro
and
content,
fat loss,
the Asian
whatever.
dude.
But now the space has fully exploded into the advanced stuff. You got surgery, fillers, steroids,
All right, you see, that's where I'm not taking it. That's my looks maxing is face routine, moisturizing hair. I need to get a haircut, bro. Don't you feel me? Don't cook me in the chat, bro. And hygiene, like, and gym. That's literally all it is for me.
Hormone manipulation.
And I guess fashion, but fashion is easier with money. I know I'm not broke. I'm just conservative.
Cosmetic procedure.
Not conservative like the political view. Like, I conserve money. You feel me?
Real interventions with real results. You know, it went from a casual glow-up trend to an entire ecosystem where guys are willing to use medical treatments, enhancement drugs, and even full-on surgical alterations just to optimize how they look. And honestly, I'm happy that more people are aware now. I'm just glad the conversation evolved past the old, watered-down advice of just wear cologne or just get a haircut. Because let's be real, that stuff barely moves the needle. It's surface level. It doesn't fix asymmetry. It doesn't change your face structure. It doesn't lower your body fat, and it doesn't make you a new person. The newer wave of looks maxing.
Why he violated? Why he put Drewski for when he talking about body fat?
Parts focused on actual biology, diet, orthodontics. That's real improvement. That actually changes how you look in a noticeable way. And I think it's a good thing that guys finally have access to information that actually works. But the problem is in the extremes. Some people took a healthy concept and
I'm not gonna lie, that bone smashing shit is crazy. Like, if you look at it on paper, that's just crazy. Like, bro's breaking his facial bones just to reconstruct his face.
They've turned this into a competition where they will take the most extreme measures to win. So now you've got teenagers seriously considering procedures they don't need, guys hopping on steroids with zero understanding of the risks, people messing with peptides, filler, jawline work, you know, all chasing this hyper-optimized version of themselves without thinking about long-term health. And that's really the whole thesis of this video. You should absolutely improve your looks, but only in ways that don't destroy your health. There's a line between self-improvement and self-harm, and a lot of people.
Your looks maxing shouldn't get in the way of your life maxing. If y'all believe in God and y'all believe in the Bible does say appreciate life, like love life, like life is good. So like you shouldn't be trying to diminish it. Now also I'm not gonna judge nobody. If you want to do steroids, you do steroids. You want to do head eye, you do head eye. You know what I'm saying? If you want to drink, you drink. If you want to fuck, that's none of my business. But I will say that it's harder to live a fulfilling life committing sins. And that's why they're sins, not because it's basically for our own good. Not simply for the fact of because God said it's bad, but it's also for our own good. Because like a parent makes rules in a crib, like you can't be like you got a curfew when you were a kid, you can't sleep over at your friend's house. That's protection for you as a child. But I digress.
Are starting to blur it. Yes, looks matter. Yes, you can change them. And yes, you should take advantage of things that genuinely make you look better. But the second you start trading your health, your energy, or your basic ability to function for aesthetics, that's where everything collapses. If you're tanking your hormones, wrecking your sleep schedule, starving yourself into dysfunction, or running your body into the ground just to look a little sharper in a mirror selfie, you've crossed the line from self-improvement to self-destruction. And it's not just your physical health, it's your finances too. We've reached a point where people will drop $20,000 on jaw surgery, $30,000 for full facial redesigns, or even $200,000 on limb lengthening surgery just to gain like 2 inches of height, all while ignoring the fact that the recovery is brutal, the risk is massive, and the result is often nowhere near worth it. You also got guys hopping on steroids with zero clue what they're doing, taking random peptides they bought online, blasting drugs that permanently alter.
Now, if I get this correctly, the most optimal way to use steroids, if you are going to use steroids, now I don't condone using steroids, and you shouldn't use steroids because it lowers your life span. But from watching a bunch of fitness influencers, they say to at least get 10 years of gym work, and when you're at your peak and you can't do like improve anymore, then you could consider it, and after you do proper research on it. But you shouldn't just be like, oh, I'm gonna start hitting the gym tomorrow. I'm gonna start doing steroids the first day I'm in the gym.
Their hormones because some influencer made it sound low risk. This is where the whole looks maxing stops being about leveling up and starts being about ruining your future for a barely noticeable upgrade. There's a huge difference between improving your looks, which is good, and gambling your life, body, and bank account for aesthetics that won't even matter if you're miserable, broke, or unhealthy. If what I'm talking about sounds familiar, it's probably because you've seen Clavicular. He's basically the poster child of the extreme hardcore.
If y'all bet against clavicular being mentioned in this video, give me my money.
Side of looks maxing, the side that goes way beyond cologne and haircuts and straight into the full lifestyle overhaul territory. And I'm not here to hate on him for the record. I think he's entertaining. He's trying.
Buddy over here is using a hammer on his face, bro. Like, there's some shit that you would be scared of if you getting chased by a nigga with a hammer in a movie and you doing that shit to yourself for free.
His parent, and he openly talks about the lengths he's willing to go to for the aesthetic he wants. He's not pretending to be natural, he's not selling fake hope, and he doesn't sugarcoat anything. But let's be real, the stuff he talks about and the lifestyle he presents is not just normal looks maxing. This is the incredibly far end of the spectrum where you're getting into some dangerous territory. He's mentioned things like using drugs to suppress appetite, being on testosterone extremely young, dealing with infertility as a result, running like insane god doses of peptides, planning a double jaw surgery for his face, pushing his body and face to extremes for very specific aesthetic goals. And this is no longer the drink water, hit the gym, fix your skin lane anymore. This is the high risk, high
when you start doing the clavicular stuff, you know you lost, buddy.
Cost, high impact body modification side of things. And that's the point. If you're watching clavicular and thinking that his path is the blueprint for you, I urge you to consider the following. A lot of what he talks about comes with real risks, not internet fear-mongering, actual consequences that you have to live with. Hormonal issues that can follow you for the rest of your life, infertility or long-term reproductive problems, surgical risks like nerve damage, infection, recovery time, or results that you can't reverse, peptides and compounds.
I'm not gonna lie, like, what's the point of getting girls if you stop working? Y'all can fill in the blank.
With sometimes no or barely any long-term research, massive financial costs that could set you back years, and potential addiction for certain substances being used for appetite suppression. This isn't like a haircut where you temporarily look fucked up for a few weeks. This could be potentially life-ruining / changing. And look, if you genuinely understand all of that and you decide you want to do something extreme for your looks, fine, it's your life. You have every right to pursue whatever appearance you want, but you should know exactly what you're signing up for. You should know that you might be giving up health, money, fertility, long-term stability before you chase an aesthetic that might only matter on the internet. I'm not here to tell you not to do anything. I'm saying you should never make massive, irreversible decisions without understanding the full picture. Here's the part that really blows my mind. The people most drawn to the extreme options are usually the ones who need them the least. It's rarely the guy who's 5'4", overweight, struggling with acne, and trying to claw his way to average. Half the time, it's the dude who's already genetically blessed, already attractive, already tall, already aesthetic, but he's convinced he's not enough because he's comparing himself to an ultra-filtered standard that doesn't even exist in real life. Look at clavicular. He's literally considering limb lengthening surgery to go from 6'2" to 6'6". He's already in the top percentile of height on Earth. You put him in a room of 100 random guys, he's probably one of the tallest 5 people there. But that's what the extreme side of this whole thing does. It rewires your brain until elite starts feeling like mid, until what would be insane for anyone else feels like, well, I could do better. You're already winning the genetic lottery and still trying to buy more fucking tickets. And that's what scares me about the culture. It's not just insecure kids chasing impossible standards. It's objectively attractive people being convinced they're subpar because they've only ever seen themselves through the lens of comparison. So if you're watching clavicular or any extreme looks maxing creator and thinking about following in their footsteps, I urge you to really think, like, do you need this? Or are you just stuck in a feedback loop where great suddenly feels like not good enough because you've been staring at your own reflection for too long? Again, if you understand the risks, you want to do something extreme, it's your life, but don't let this distorted self-image push you into interventions that you might not even need or shit you might regret later. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about this topic down in the comments below. I'll read some of them and maybe I'll pin one that I really like. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't yet already. I appreciate you guys so much, and there will be more videos soon. And if you want to see my videos come out early, go check out my Spotify, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Have a nice day.
I don't know. That was a fucking fire video, though. Cheats makes good content. But I gotta piss real quick, actually. Count me down 30 seconds.
No, lie, I'm gonna hit that like button. That shit was actually a good video. But let me get off this message for y'all real quick. Stop allowing social media to run your life. Stop comparing yourself to your friends or your family members. They're not living your life and you're not living theirs. They may have opportunities that you didn't have. Other people may have genetics that you don't have. Comparison is the thief of joy, or that's how the saying goes. And you are doing, as long as you're doing better than you were yesterday, you have nothing to worry about. Keep climbing that hill at your pace. Everything comes in God's time. Don't allow everybody else's speed to get you there. What Nipsey Hussle said is not a race. It is a marathon. It don't matter when you finish as long as you finish. So that's my message for y'all. I know it's kind of cheesy. Try to take it into account if y'all got this far in the video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know down in the comment section below if y'all want to see anything else. And I love y'all, man. And I think y'all are beautiful, amazing, sexy. If y'all was right here, I'll take a shot out your belly button. Mwah.